Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 has received some brand new informations, including our possible first look at the antagonist and maybe a few allies. Let's get right into the video. As we all remember, during the wait for Chapter 4, Dowie the Dollman and Yarnaby were leaked through Trademarks, and Trademarks are basically just mob entertainment buying their names and the designs probably, so nobody steals them. And I don't know if this is a marketing technique or something, but Mob is always leaking the characters by buying the trademarks, and we just got a huge list of brand new characters that might be for a new game or maybe for Chapter 5. And these are probably for Chapter 5, and let me explain why. A few months ago, we got a few trademarks, including the prototype and Mr. Light. And Mr. Light is probably just for merch and the prototype for Chapter 5. But then there were two trademarks for brand new games. The Smiling Critter Survivors and Poppy Play Park. And many people think that these are spin-offs or anything else. But let me now introduce you to the arcade theory. And this theory is not actually something I made up. Many people on Twitter think that as well. And there were many hints for it, and let's get into it. So, Mob Entertainment has been hiring some people that work on pixel games or pixel artists and musicians that make pixel music. And this is only just a deal, like they don't need them forever and only for a specific time. And this is most likely for the RRG that is coming up for Chapter 5. So we will have the chance to play these games in the RRG, and they will most likely have like scary stuff and codes in them. But that's not just all we have gotten that like confirms this theory. So yeah, let me tell you more about this. So our dear friends at Mob have bought more trademarks, including a brand new name for a new toy line, I think. And these names are Chum Chumpkins, Lily Lovebraids, Globly, and Giblet. About Globly and Giblet, they are very interesting to me because they really sound like twins, and I will talk about them more later because I might know what they are. And Chum Chumpkins and Lily Lovebraids really sound like Poppy Playtime toys. And they came with a name called the Playtime Wrong Side Ultimals. This really reminds me of the Swapimals from Chapter 2. So this is probably a brand new toy line that we will encounter in Chapter 5. And then, I thought these were just like the new toys, but then we got a list of more trademarks. And this got a few Poppy Playtime fans to, trash talk Mob. And let me explain why. Mob Entertainment is very good with their designs, and they are very careful of what they do. And in Chapter 4, that kind of changed with the Nightmare Critters, because I got the vision, but people didn't really think that, and they thought Mob was just milking them. And now people think that the new trademarks are new critters, but they are not. I really think they're not, because they are part of the arcade theory, and I will now tell you why. These names sound a lot like like Mario characters and stuff, and I think Mob is going that way, so expect these to not be actual characters in the game, but in the arcade RG or something. So yeah, I mean, we might see plushies of them laying around, but bigger bodies, I highly doubt that. And here are the names: Doodle Bones, Goober Guts, Loopsy Noodle, Blanky Blanks, Bindle Boogie. Wait, don't we already have a boogie? Whatever. Bubby Chums, and Dizzy Boo Boo. These sound like names a girlfriend will call her boyfriend, but that's not important right now. I just want to know who they are, and there really seem to be a brand new toy line that are maybe also the Wrong Side Ultimals, which I highly doubt, but they could possibly like be a new line or just for the arcade games, like exclusively. And now, what will happen with them? What is chapter 5 about? And I might have an idea, also included in the arcade theory. So yeah, this all connects to the chapter 5 antagonist. And the chapter 5 antagonist is the prototype. But that's not the interesting part. The prototype is an arcade machine, and that's probably what his design is. And let me explain to you, that makes total sense, not just because of this theory, but the prototype was made in the 80s and 90s. Like, we don't have an official date, but it's somewhere there. And guess what else was in trends like during the 90s and 80s? Arcades. Arcade machines. And I'm pretty sure that Alith Pierre had the idea of making arcade machines for arcades, and yeah, that's probably what Playtime Code did. And what if the prototype is like this? We know he can change his voice, but what if he has this arcade screen on him and he changes emotions, like with the arcade games or something, and we kill the prototype by downloading anything on that arcade machine or playing a game? This is most likely the smartest thing I have ever said in my life, and that's the arcade theory. But we're not done here yet. Like, we still have Globey and Giblet, the twins that are most likely allies. So a few weeks ago, the Hour of Joy took place. Okay, not in real life. I'm glad not in real life. But the date happened, and it's now many years old. I don't know, but yeah. And Mob Entertainment has posted a render, and nothing interesting, just Huggy Wuggy aura farming on the dead piles of bodies. But then people noticed one of the employees is holding some sort of walkie-talkie, and the walkie-talkie is formed like a star, and Globey really sounds like glow. And you know what else glows? A star. So maybe Globey is related to that, and I'm pretty sure they're related, like they got something. And an employee holding that is maybe that Globey is like an ally or something. And based on the fact that Giblet sounds like Globey, and they are probably twins like many people think, I think Globey and Giblet might be our new allies. I mean, we don't have any allies if you think about it. Kissy Missy literally lost her arm and is half blind and stuff, and she probably cannot fight anymore. Poppy ran off. Ollie is history right now, and Doey, you know what we did to Doey, so yeah, no allies. And this is the perfect opportunity for Mob to add new allies, twins that could help us. So yeah, that's actually all I wanted to say, and that was my theory, the arcade theory. Also something from Kim, a reliable source. Chapter 5 is currently making big progress at Mob Entertainment, so the game is being made very fast and is good so far, but it's having creative concerns, meaning that the creative stuff about the game is kind of bad, and the lore, I think. So yeah, hopefully Mob fixes that before they release the game. And yeah, that was all for today. Like and subscribe, and comment what you think about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. See y'all in the next video. Bye.